Today we are going to discuss data visualization with Tableau. In this lesson 1, we'll create a tree map. Tree maps are used to display data in nested rectangles. We use dimensions to define the structure of the tree map and measures to define the size or the color of the rectangles. The larger the size of the rectangle, the bigger the measure it is, or the darker the color. Tree maps are relatively simple data visualization tool that can provide important insight into the data that we are dealing with. To create this tree map, we will be using the sample superstore data that is available in Tableau. So let's look at that. So after we open Tableau, we go to Excel datasets and we have the data in here. So we'll be opening the data, and once we open the data, we are going to bring the order sheet that we'll be using in here, and then we are going to go to the data sheet by clicking on sheet 1, and we'll be bringing the product subdirectory which is right there into columns, and sales, which is a measure, into rows. So now to get the tree map, we are going to click on show me, and these are available graphs that we can use. So we are going to click on tree maps, and that will provide us this tree map structure. As you can see, Office Machines has the highest amount of cells, so that gives you a bigger rectangle and also darker color, followed by chairs and chairmates, that is also larger in size and also in terms of color. Then what we could do, we could bring in profit into the picture. So drag and drop profit into the marks color. So what this tells us that the size of the rectangle gives the larger amount of cells, and the profit is brighter the color, the higher the loss is. In this case, we can see the profit is 297,000, and in this case profit is 226,000. It's a little lighter. In this case profit is 168,000. So this tree map basically helps us to identify the size of the cells and also the amount of profit or loss. So let's create some filters that will make the graph more interesting. So what we'll do, we'll bring customer segment as one of the filter and drop it in filters, and then we can say use all, apply, okay. Let's take it out, and then we are going to use order date as another filter and use range of dates. Next we'll pick range of dates, okay, and then we'll pick region as another filter, and we are going to pick all regions. Apply. Okay, now we are going to go there and say show filter, and for order date show filter, and for region show filter. Let's take this one out. Then we can also make them a little more customized. So what I would like to do is use single value slider for region, and similarly for customer segment, because there are only 4, I would like single value slider. What that does, basically we can look at one region at a time and see how they change. So you can see in region 1, central region, telephones and communications has the highest amount of sales, but when you go to region 2, chairs and chair mats has highest amount of sales. Similarly, we can do that in customer segment. So for consumers, chairs and chair mats has the highest amount of sale, 305,000, 260, 222. Now if we go to corporate, office machines has the highest amounts of sales. So this filter basically is helpful for us to see for an individual category what is going on in the sales or in the profit. Similarly, we can also use the date if you want to see only, let's say, some point in 2012 to 2013 in 2 years. Tables has 609,000 cells, and office machines has 669,000. Now if we look at only 2012, so let's say somewhere here, then we can see table has the highest amount of cells. So these filters basically is helpful and makes the graph more interesting and dynamic and active, that we do not have to run the program again and again to see individual effects. So these are some of the interesting tools that we have in Tableau. Thanks for watching. We'll get into lesson 2 next time.